Do you think you control your life, your well being? Do you believe that you and you alone control your state of mind? You're wrong. You let a piece of man made material control your moods, your sleeping patterns, our communications with the outside world, and our social hierarchy. This same man made material and hardware helps us grow and live life. Playing with fire can get you burned. Not learning how to use that element will leave you behind in our quick and always developing world. 90% of adults have cell phones, and 67% of them find themselves checking phones for messages, notifications, or calls, even when they did not or notice anything receive or notice anything. On average, there are two individuals in a household that consider themselves gamers. 50%, 55% of those gamers are male, 45% are female, averaging the age of 30. More than 60% of online adults use at least two devices every day, and almost a quarter of those use three devices. Technology is everywhere in our lives, and some people are blind, myself included. Everyone has some sort of hardware and technology heavily involving in their everyday life. Technology is healthy for small portions of use that are needed. Overuse can be harmful. Learning how to balance the quality and quantity is where the lesson is learned. How long between you using your phone and you going to bed? It's one question people do not take seriously. Handheld devices and any other pieces of hardware have negative impacts on our everyday lives. This hardware impacts sleep, can cause depression, can cause addiction, increases stress, creates something called fear of missing out, isolation, can create bad manners, insecurity, and anxiety. These things can be caused by technology even when we're not noticing something is happening. Now, on the flip side, understanding that for every action, there is a reaction. Technology has positives that some overlook and others underappreciate. Video games have positives and negatives, but if we're just looking at the positives, a video game called Ghost Recon. It teaches you tactics and communication, even though it's a third-person shooter. XCOM, Enemy Within. It teaches you how to run an economy and judge risk factors. It's also chess. Portal, hopefully everyone knows this one. It's puzzles and teaches you to think outside the box. There is education, early childhood education, that is attempting to use smaller games and to help create games that teach basic individual and lower grade lessons. Mental health can also be affected in a positive manner by getting the elderly to play games that seem like games, but they're actually just used to reconnect and to help the brain fire at a normal rate. These positives and negatives are in two different fields, but my mom just loves to tell me and prove to me every day that it's possible to balance these positives and negatives. Sadly to say, the information and data agrees with her. Balancing this double-edged sword is different for every individual. Understanding that there's a happy medium between texting 24/7 and not texting at all. That text that he or she did not answer, it's not the end of the world. Give someone over half an hour to respond. It's normal. You do not need to watch that next episode of TV. I can sound like a total hypocrite on that because I'm addicted to Rookie Blue at the moment. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of fun stuff does not need to be checked 24/7. That new update can wait. Turn technology off when you're not using it. Again, complete hypocrite. I do not turn off my phone. I'm getting better at turning off my phone when I go to bed. Finishing the mission and then save the game and quit. Again, hypocrite. I always want to play the next game. It can wait. It's just a video game. sleep is much more important. Please take this information and use it wisely. With great power comes great responsibility.